100 pull-ups every day and to raise money for Alzheimer's disease. So, like I do every day, I'm going to do 100 pull-ups, and I'm going to give you a fact about Alzheimer's as well as a prevention tip. Today, I think I'm going to do 7 on the minute again because that was a little tough last time, but I'll just keep going until, well, 98, and then I'll just do 2 or something. I don't know. Or the last 2 minutes, I'll do 8, so then it adds up. So I've already warmed up. Excuse me. I've already warmed up, so I'm ready to go. Just gonna start my watch and let's do it. Hopefully my shoulder doesn't hurt today. I warmed it up pretty good, so we'll see. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. 7. Let me pull up the information that I'm going to give you today. So, all right, got it up here. So I'm going to talk about today a cool fact about how Alzheimer's was first discovered and what really happens when to your brain when you have Alzheimer's. But I will tell you this after I do my set. Okay, that was 14. So in 1906, there's a doctor called Dr. Alzheimer. Funny. He noticed changes in the brain tissue of a woman who died of an unusual mental illness. So at the time, they didn't know about this. And her symptoms included memory loss, language problems, and unpredictable behavior. When she died, her brain was examined, and they found abnormal clumps, which are now called amyloid plaques. I'll get back to the fact after I do my set. So I've done 14, going for 21 now. Alright, that was 21. So yeah, amyloid plaques. He found amyloid plaques in her brain and tangled bundles of fibers, now called neurofibrillary, that was a big word, or tau, or tangles. So these plaques and tangles in the brain are still considered the main feature of Alzheimer's. So, yesterday I was talking about these things that you do that can damage your brain. That's what happens when you, for example, when you smoke or drink a lot of alcohol. It creates damage, brain damage almost, and that's what happens. These plaques and tangles get created. So, then 23 or 21, over 28. Another feature that they notice is the loss of connections between neurons in the brain. So neurons is, now pardon me, because I don't know how exactly how this works, but I believe that the neurons are the cells in your brain that all these messages that go through your body, they go through neurons, and it's like a chain. So it goes through one neuron, it goes through all of them. So obviously, if you have connections that are broken, the brain's not going to be working properly. Oh, it explains right here. So, whoa, I'm late. Okay. Done 28, going for 35. So, neurons transmit messages between different parts of your brain and from the brain to muscles and organs in the body. So, it's kind of what I was saying. It's pretty much like the communication system of your body in a way, like in your brain. So, done 35, going for 42. So yeah, that's what they discovered. That's what Dr. Alzheimer's discovered, and obviously named the disease after himself, Alzheimer's disease. So I thought that was cool. Now, the prevention tip of the day is to get regular checkups from your doctor. And the reason why this is important is because, first of all, your doctor can identify when things are going wrong through your blood work. So, blood work can tell a doctor many different things. Let me just do my set. So I've done 42, now going for 49. Yeah, so in the blood work, your doctor can identify if there's any issues like high blood pressure, or actually, well, that wouldn't be through your blood work. It would be high blood sugar, and high blood pressure would be through those tests that they do at every checkup where they put that thing around your arm. And like I was saying a couple videos ago, high blood sugar and high blood pressure are two common signs that you might develop Alzheimer's. So I'm 49, 156. So yeah, if they notice any changes in your blood, they might be able to let you know so you can make some lifestyle changes. Another reason why it's important, yeah, is that every time you go to the doctor, you have a file and there's a report for each time you go to your checkup. So if they have a long list of checkup files, I guess, they're able to see if there's a decline in your cognitive function. Sometimes it's not as obvious when you go if you go irregularly. A doctor might not be able to tell, but if you have constant documentation, you can really see the progression and to see if your cognitive function has declined. Okay, so I've done 56. I'm going for 63. I think I might have done 8, but I'm not sure. So I wrote one more thing. yeah, at the end of the day, they can suggest lifestyle changes to fix any issue that they've identified. So that's why it's very important to get assessed by a doctor if you think you're maybe starting with something. But to just go regularly can just completely help prevent it. All right, I've done 56 or 50, 63, going for 70. So that's all the information I have for today. Um, yeah, to recap, the way that Alzheimer's was discovered was through Dr. Alzheimer's, who examined the brain of a woman that died after she had abnormal behavior, memory loss, etc., and found that there were these things called amyloid plate plaques and tangles in her brain, which is a sign that your brain was damaged. All right, I've done 70, going for 77. What else? You also noticed that there were broken connections between the neurons in the brain, which are important for transmitting messages from your brain to your muscles or organs. And then for the prevention tip is to get regular checkups from your doctor, because that can help a lot in the long run. All right, done 77, going for 84. Oh man, it's tiring. So far so good though. So yeah, that's all the information. Uh, I see the comments. They're very uh, encouraging, so thank you for that. And yeah, just keep them coming. I really appreciate them. I try to like all of them or reply at least. All right, 84 done. 91 to go. All right, 90 going to 91. Oh. 91. But yeah, no, the comments, I really appreciate them. They're really encouraging. Yeah, see comments saying keep going, keep going. Don't worry, I'll keep going. Only at day 4. That's gonna be a long thing. So yeah, and it'll be cool because then I'll be able to document my progression. So yeah. All right, I've done 91. Let's see if I can do 9. Oh. All right, that was 9, so that brought me to 100. Whew. That was hard. I'm gonna do one more just in case I missed one. All right. Yeah, I got my heart rate up. It's at like 100 right now. So yeah, that's 100 pull-ups for the day. Please, I hope the information that I gave you was informative and helpful. What else? What else? What else? And yeah, I guess nothing else to say but to please donate to the link in my description. All donations go straight to the Alzheimer's Society of Canada, specifically for their research. So they do a lot of research for Alzheimer's prevention, treatment. Uh, Alzheimer's Society, they're everywhere in the world. They're also in the United States, but they don't just do research. They also help people with Alzheimer's. So they help them with care. Uh, you can also they also are looking for volunteers and advocates. So if you're interested, you can just go on their website and look at becoming a volunteer. They're a really cool organization, and they're doing a lot of good stuff. So consider donating. If you can't donate, like I said, share this video or share the link with other people so they can donate. And again, any size donation is welcome. Uh, like even $1 is great. I'd be really happy with that. So don't be afraid to donate any amount. The more the better, obviously, but at the end of the day, it's more about the number of people that donate. So yeah, consider it. So far, $20 have been donated. It's me that did it, so I'm not gonna shout anyone out. And that's something I'll do every time there's a donation. I'll shout out the people that donated. But right now it's just me, just to get the ball rolling. So yeah, that's the end of the video. 100 pull-ups done. I'll see you tomorrow for another 100 pull-ups all day, every day. Bye.